Hi everyone, my name is Jessie and I'm with AusCam Freedom Project. And we are an anti-trafficking organization with a sustainable model to prevent exploitation of adolescent girls in Cambodia. But we don't just want to keep them safe, we want them to live out their dreams. Rather than treating girls at high risk as some sort of targeted victims, we acknowledge that the majority of trafficking in Cambodia and Southeast Asia starts with a voluntary move. It's a girl without the resources, the opportunity, or the support network who makes a very short-sighted decision with dangerous consequences. So we focus on her agency and her choice. We have met so many girls who've been trafficked or exploited in Cambodia. And what if we could determine the moment and the motivation that got her there? Could we prevent it? So not even 2 years ago, we entered into a partnership with Rescue Freedom. We found out that they were committed to more than just rescue. They were willing to invest in a model that would someday make rescue unnecessary in Cambodia. And now together, we are changing the future of anti-trafficking and the future for girls in Phnom Penh. This has only been possible because we continue to run towards, not from, enormous challenges. Here's one example. When COVID-19 hit, communities across Cambodia were devastated by job losses, which drastically affected the affordability of things like food and healthcare. The impact on families left girls more vulnerable than ever to exploitation in their communities and bogus offers from traffickers. In the past, we relied heavily on government schools in order to identify girls at risk. But earlier this year, after all schools in the country were shut down, we no longer had a way to reach them. Within a week, we were able to launch a crisis hotline to reach girls anywhere in the country, and we named it the Freedom Line. The Freedom Line is Cambodia's first ever anti-trafficking crisis hotline, specifically for adolescent girls, protecting them from trafficking, exploitation, and other abuse. These are girls with nowhere else to turn. The hotline is staffed by our certified social workers who field incoming calls, perform assessments, and provide appropriate intervention to keep girls safe. For a while, many girls began calling in simply because they were hungry. So for the first time ever, we found ourselves distributing hundreds of emergency food and sanitation packages. Why? Because it kept girls safe. Quickly, the word spread that we offered real, immediate help, and the calls started pouring in. We are now identifying more girls at risk than ever before. Take Shreneith, for example. She's 15 years old with 2 younger sisters, one of whom is a baby. Her mother just left her husband, Shreneith's stepfather, on suspicion of abusing the girls. But he still makes unwanted visits to the house, and Shreneith was feeling pressure to drop out of school to support the family any way she could. And any way she could would likely lead to exploitative work or worse, trafficking. When we received Shreneith's call on the Freedom Line, we instantly provided emergency food and hygiene relief to keep her and her sisters fed and safe while we sorted out what to do. Fast forward 2 months and her family is now food secure. Her mother has learned how to protect themselves in the network that we have provided. Shreneith is now studying by e-learning on her smartphone via the Ministry of Education and Facebook Live. She has 24-hour access to our team for anything else that she needs. But the next part is up to her, building her own future. So we are also providing a safe environment and access to training, mentorship, leadership opportunities, and educational support. She will be building her skills and confidence to do remarkable things. Traffickers cannot prey on a girl who is protected, educated, and motivated. We envision a world that is free of trafficking and exploitation, and never before has the opportunity to lower the risk been given to those directly at risk. We plan to look back and see a generation of girls who took that opportunity. So thank you.